So in this video, I'm going to walk you through some of the class orientation and setup. So the things that you're going to want is this sheet of paper that has a checklist for you to kind of walk through, going through all of this stuff. So the things that I'm going to cover are things about your textbook, setting up Edpuzzle, Google Classroom, a MOP app, some documents that you have to sign, as well as setting up your binder for class. So your textbook is conceptual physics, and in your physical copy, please write your name inside and put a protective cover on the textbook. And the digital copy, you're going to need to go to this website, www.pearson.com/mastering, and you're going to register as a student. If you already have an account there because you've used a Pearson textbook in another class, if you have that account information, just go ahead and use it. If you don't, you're going to end up registering for a new class or as a new individual user. So the course ID for this is this SHIC 57435, and you're going to have your username. You should not need an access code or putting in a credit card or anything like that. It should just go ahead and allow you to go right on in and allow you to go to My Courses, find the course name, Concepts in Physics and Chemistry, and you should be able to access the textbook in there. There's also other things that are available. I typically don't assign much to this at this location through the Pearson Mastering website, but a lot of students like being able to look at their textbook online, so I wanted to be sure that was available to you. And there's information about signing back in later. So for Edpuzzle, I will have all of the videos for class available through Edpuzzle. This is one of the best ways I have for checking and verifying when you do watch a video, and I do put questions in there to try to see where you have issues, questions, problems. So I am going to require that you use an Edpuzzle account. So you're going to want to create an account using your school email and set up a password that you know. And you're going to want to join the correct block based on whatever block you are scheduled in, whether it's block 1 or 2 or 3. And it's kind of important that you do that because I do set up due dates and times based on the time of your class. So if you, for instance, are in block 3, but you join block 1, your due date and time might be earlier in the day. So you could have stuff marked late when you're actually on time. So please create an account through Edpuzzle, join my class, and so if you want to pause the video while you do that, just go ahead and pause it. The next thing you're going to want to do is to go to Google Classroom. Again, you're going to want to do this by block. So whichever block you're assigned to, again, this is the way your assignments are going to be pushed out to you. This is how information will be collected. So this is what you want to be sure that you join the correct block. The other thing you're going to do is you're going to purchase the MOP app, which is, there are many parts to the MOP app. You're going to be using parts 1 and parts 2. They are each available for $1. I normally do pass out dollar bills in class to pay for that, but at this point in time, I am unable to do that to you. So at some point in the future, I should be able to do that to you, especially if there's an issue. But right now, me not being in school, that's impossible. So I've put what the little icon kind of looks like so you can kind of see what they are, and be sure that you purchase parts 1 and parts 2. We're going to be using things out of both of these, so you're going to want to go ahead and get those. There are 2 documents for you to sign and have your parents sign and return. One is the Flynn Student Safety Contract, which looks like this on the one side, and on the back side, there is a place for you to sign and also to indicate whether you wear contacts or not. And the second document is the Concepts Class Pass-Fail Policy. This is the information that I alluded to in the last video. saying that to take chemistry as a junior, you need to pass the year-long class and pass the second semester. You're also signing your understanding that if you obtain a grade below 70%, that's still passing with the new grading scale, that it's in your best interest to study concepts learned in chemistry during the year in order to set yourself up for success. So this is important that both you and your parents understand this, because this is different than all the other classes that are given here at Beaumont. Finally, my recommendation on your binder is that you have a 3-ring binder for this class, and that is really dedicated just for this class. I do binder checks on days of tests, and I recommend that you keep all of your things organized in a 3-ring binder. I've found in the past that a 1.5 inch is recommended. 2 inches is fine, but 1 inch will be too small to hold everything for one semester. I do a lot of work with fairly large packets that you use throughout the whole chapter, as well as reference materials, and you can probably tell from all the stuff that you get right here at the very beginning if this is, you're going to have a lot of paper. I do recommend tab dividers. A set of 8 is ideal. Numbering them with the chapter numbers is most useful. We're going to be covering chapters 1 through 5, but you can number them as you go. So right now you might have like general information, chapter 1, and possibly chapter 2. And that is everything. So on your checklist that you received that I talked about back here at the beginning, you're going to want to check through all of these items, and when you have completed all of them, you're going to want to send this to me as part of your assignment. So for your assignment for this video, you have 3 things here on your student checklist. You have this class orientation and setup sheet, which will indicate that you've worked your way through all of these items on this sheet. You've purchased the apps, you've got the should do information already done, and you can turn that in. You can turn it in as a photo. You can turn it in as the Word document as you've checked it all off. You're also going to turn in the Flynn Student Safety Contract. Again, you can turn it in as a photo onto Google Classroom, as well as the signed class pass-fail policy. So you're going to want to take pictures or have documents of these, and you're going to submit them via Google Classroom. By the way, all these documents are also available on Google Classroom as either a PDF or as a Word document, so you're welcome to use those as well. So that wraps up video B.